Hey there, what's up? It's Johnny here, and welcome to another episode of the Three Colours Show, the show that's full of photography love. And I'm here with my main man, Brent. How are you, my buddy?
Man, I'm doing really good today. And I think we're going to talk about creative energy. And right now, my energy is drained because I've been out playing.
Yeah. Well, mate, that's what happens when you get to work from home, mate. You get to choose your own playtime, not like us office workers that got to be there 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So how was it, mate, anyway? What'd you get up to?
I went kiteboarding, and it was really, really good.
It was sick.
Sick, yeah.
By the way, if you're listening on the podcast, we've got our new T-shirts on. You can see I've got the new Three Colours T-shirt. And Brent, what are you rocking there, brother?
I got the Share, Inspire, Create T-shirt. That's sick.
That's sick,
sick.
bro. That's sick, bro. Yeah, awesome, man.
They just arrived today in the mail.
They did, and I put it on straight away.
Yeah.
I haven't even watched it, so I've got all the goodies that come with newly printed shirt. Actually, you know what? It is comfortable, but I got to say, it's going to feel better after a wash.
No.
It will.
No, mine's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
I sweated in mine already.
Oh, you still got the tag on it, Johnny.
Yeah, I know. That's how I rock it. Gangster, man. Gangster. And I got the new Three Colours hat, the blacked out hip-hop logo. So, yeah.
That looks good.
That. Yeah, it is, man. It's my thing. I've just styled my merch to what I like to wear.
Actually, that's funny because my daughter, when everything arrived in the mail, and I showed her what we had when the hats first arrived, she's like, Dad, you got your own merch.
Got your merch.
She said, oh, can I order some for my friends for Christmas? And then she got onto Instagram or whatever and started telling her friends that her dad's got his own merch.
Oh, man, you're pretty fly for a white guy. That's good. Anyway, Brent, for people who don't know you, which wouldn't be many of my audience, I think most people would, but if they're listening to this podcast for the first time, just give you 30-second, if you can condense it, the 30-second, who are you, what do you do, and why are you hanging with me?
Well, I don't know why I'm hanging with you, Johnny.
There's no answer to that.
Community service? Is that why I'm hanging with you?
That's it, public service.
Public service?
Public service.
Yeah.
And actually, Brent.
Getting you off the streets?
Yeah, that's
something
it.
like that?
Yeah, actually, I'm here. Yeah, all right. So give him the 30-second, bro.
It's difficult. I find it difficult to talk about myself. But I'm a photographer. I've created a lot of courses. I used to have a photography studio business that I sold a year and a bit ago. And Johnny and I have done quite a lot of stuff together with the online photography education. Yep. And I don't know. What else do you want to know?
That sounds good, man. Anyway, brand is at shareinspirecreate.com, aren't you, mate? That's the new home for...
That's the new home for where I'm going to be. It's not... I'm trying to get away from my name, trying to get away from the ego part of that.
Yep.
And because those are the values that I value. Those are my values. Sharing what I'm learning, inspiring people, and helping people create. And I think today we're going to talk about the create part, aren't we?
We are, mate. We are. And moving right along, what are we going to talk about, mate? Isn't this something that's near and dear to our art? Well, it is near and dear to our art and our heart. And that's one thing that it doesn't not talked about very often, and that's creative energy, isn't it, mate?
That's super important for anyone that's in the creative industries, whether you're an artist, a photographer, graphic designer, website designer, anything, a videographer, anything that takes creativity to make money. Once the creativity's gone, it sucks.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And there's we got a few tips that things that we do, which might not work for you. They might work for you, of how we keep our creative energy high. Yeah. So a little bit of background for me. I mean, most people obviously know me because this is my show, but I do work for the New South Wales National Parks full time as a photographer, videographer, and that means that I need to be creative at work all the time. And obviously I've got Three Colours where, man, it's just all about photography and all about learning photography. I'm forever creating shows, podcasts, and out photographing things and shooting videos. So basically my whole, except when I'm asleep, I basically need creative energy. Mm-hmm. So, and it's really important for me to function in my role as a father to make money, but also in my hobby as well as photography, man. So it sort of spans my whole life, except when I'm asleep. Although I get pretty creative in my dreams, so maybe I'm just like 24/7, 365, Mr. Creative.
Yeah, yeah, and it's super important to keep that creativity, that spark alive. Keep that spark going. And I just read something actually this morning. David Dushman,
I think
yeah,
it is. Yeah,
he wrote something which is pretty much on lines of what we're talking about today. It's when you lose your creativity, and when you don't actually feel like photographing anymore because you're burnt out, you're in a rut, and how do you get out of that rut? How do you get creative again? It was a really good article. We should link it to the bottom of this podcast.
Yeah, we'll put it in the show notes, man, and that'll be at threecolours.co/podcast as always. So,
cool.
Yeah, no, it's something that's not many people talk about it, man. You know, I've mentioned that before, but it's really, really important. Whether you're at any stage of your creativity, if you're learning photography, if you're, sort of been doing it for a while, like us. What's up, man?
No, just checking the
audio. Just checking
levels.
Audio. Yeah. No, we're all good, man. We're all good.
Okay.
Anyway, I should shoot a little bit of behind the scenes for the video people.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot a little bit. If you're listening on the podcast, you have to go and watch the video at this point because I'm going to shoot a little bit of video. What Brent's looking at, it's the Zoom here. Check this out. So
the Zoom.
We're recording into the Zoom.
The Zoom H5 on the floor there,
and then we're recording into Brent's mic
there we
and
go.
my mic.
Yep.
And then we've got where's the
Wesley
cameraman back there doing his thing, and that's really embarrassing because I do that much Instagram stories and Snapchat.
Yeah.
I actually just filmed that in vertical video.
No.
I did.
You need a slap for that, Johny.
I know. Someone's got to shoot me. Anyway, vertical video, no.
We should check. Hey, Wes, is it still recording?
Yeah. I think it is.
How do you know?
Wes is our brand new cameraman.
Okay. Yeah,
Brent's son.
I'm just showing Wesley how to work the camera. It's still working. Okay, cool.
Perfect, man.
Because it does switch off at about 10 minutes or something.
Just repress the button. It's all good, man. It's all good.
But you got to check that. So turn it back to yourself and just check that the little red light's on. Okay, cool.
Sweet.
So, hey, Johny, we should probably first jump into what... So we obviously know it's really important, the importance of creative energy and keeping it high, because we got to produce as creatives, and that's what brings money in. But we should probably talk about what's the killer of creative energy.
Yeah, for me, you know what it is? Anything that is negative or unhappiness. As soon as that is in my life, in any way, and it can be simply as watching the news one night, not that I do anymore, or something pops up in my Facebook feed that I happen to see, or you have an argument with someone, or you've been spending time with someone who has, drained your energy via negativity or unhappiness. Yeah. I mean, that for me is the biggest killer for my creative energy. It really is.
And stress, which is probably unhappiness too. I suppose you can group that into that. Yeah.
You can. Yeah, definitely.
And I think stress comes from a number of things. You're going to get emotional stress from relationships or family or, anyone around you that's I guess, not doing what you want them to do, or you're not in the place that you want to be with people around you, when it comes to relationships. You can also get stress from work, like too much work, or you've got a boss who's pushing you too hard, or you working yourself too hard, which actually that's the part that hits a lot of us photographers or creative people, is we tend to burn out because we work too hard. And and especially for entrepreneurs like me running my own business where I got no boss, often I just go and go and go and go and go and forget to take a break.
So basically you stop when you drop.
Yep.
And that's not the time to stop.
No.
Yep.
And and then also being around people that are energy sucks, energy drainers, people that have got negative energy around them, and they suck your positive energy, or they drain you of energy. And there's quite a few people in this world like that.
Well, the reason why, because it's so easy. It's easy to be negative,
yeah.
Yeah, it's easy.
I know.
It's actually
you just have to watch the news or any current affair type magazine style TV show where they got drama. Because they want drama, because drama is what sells, advertising, and people love drama. Yep. So, but drama is negative. It's causing stress. That's why you watch it. When you go past a accident on the highway, guess what? Everyone's looking for the drama. They're looking to see if someone's hurt or injured or killed or whatever. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the first tip there, man. I mean, we can't always, and we've got planes going over. Let's wait for those.
Is that the
thank you
fighter planes?
Thank you. Yeah. The RAF base. For our lovely interlude, we'll put some elevator music here. Oh, that's our dream of Genie. That's not really elevator music. Yeah. Anyway, the jets.
Actually, talking about music, man, you can get music can take away your creative energy if you're listening to like negative music too. It can, can really bring your energy down.
It can. I'm a big fan of gangster rap, and it's not always the most positive stuff.
No, do you really think?
Definitely not. No, definitely not.
I'll pop a cap in your ass.
Yeah. But it's I've got to be really, really limit myself to when and what I listen to. So I still enjoy it, and it's fun. I think of it as fun, but music, man, but music can be a real positive thing too. Actually, if you listen to the right things, if I'm not in the creative zone, I can often put my headphones on and listen to the right music, and that gets me back.
Change your state.
It can get me back in the zone, and it can get me recharging that creative energy I've lost or that I need to power on. So it can work both ways, man.
Definitely. There's something else I just thought of that robs your creative energy or robs you of creating things, and that's distractions.
Oh, yeah.
Distractions are a big one that can... So let's just say you've got a creative project and you fight up to do it, and then you've got these notifications on your phone, Instagram, Facebook, email, whatever. All those things are there to distract you from doing what you should be doing, which is creating.
Yeah, no, that's it. Totally, man. It's easy to have a plan, but you let things... And here come the planes again, man. You know what? I always actually wanted to always be a RAF pilot. I thought it'd be the coolest job ever. Ever since I saw Top Gun, I know Maverick was the legend in Top Gun, but I actually wanted to be Gooseman because I think I couldn't be the guy sitting by the front steering, but I could be the guy at the back navigating and doing all the cool stuff at the back, and the Gooseman.
Good.
So if you want to be Mav, man, more power to you, bro. Yeah. But yeah, totally Top Gun, man. Ever since he got the women and the motorbike, and not the women's in that important, but it was all the whole thing, mate.
That's it. I think it's the adventure of it, Johnny. That's what attracted me to it. Like kind of the wildness, the adventure.
Yeah.
On your motorbike with no helmet, like cruising down the runway.
Yeah. And that song, man.
I feel the need for speed.
Yeah, what is it?
Highway to the danger zone.
Danger zone.
Yeah, it was good, man. No, actually, I really love that movie. But anyway, the plane's gone, so we can get back to creative energy. And we're just checking to make sure the camera's still rolling.
Okay, I'm just teaching Wesley how to film because he's got a project for school that he wanted to learn how to film.
Does he want to be a YouTuber? My son is all about being a YouTuber.
Oh, he's on YouTube all the time.
Really?
I'm constantly banning him and grounding him for sneaking YouTube.
Actually, it's kind of cool because my son was a consumer on YouTube, loves watching video game tutorials and video game, just loves it, man. But he's now creating his own, and
really?
And it's a whole different thing. Yes, it's still playing a video game, but he's recording his voice, talking over, and he's got his mates at school subscribing at 11, man.
No way,
YouTubing,
that's good.
Bro.
That's good.
So
actually, one of Wesley's friends. Oh, Wes, it's just stopped. There we go. Started again. We just the video stopped, so we'll get that going again. Hit start. Yep. It's recording. Good stuff. All right. One of Wesley's friends from school has got a YouTube channel too, and he was creating YouTube videos on how to build stuff out of Lego.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
He was building some really cool stuff, and he had a little bit of a following and everything. So there's many ways to be creative.
There is.
And it's so Johnny, we've discussed a few of the creative drainers and the things that kill your creative energy. Any more that you can think of?
No, that's pretty much it, man. It's anything that is making you unhappy or not satisfied for where you're at. And one thing we didn't mention, and we sort of touched on it, was stress at work, but often we're doing our photography thing on the side. Yep. So we've got almost like two jobs that we're trying to do. And I'll tell you what, the pressure that you can put on yourself as a creativity, that'll just kill that second thing. And I've gone through stages of this, where I've pushed myself too hard at work, and then in three colors, and it's zapped my energy, man. I've lost not my passion. I would never say you lose your passion, because I've always got my passion, but I've just lost that drive, I would say, which is that creative energy.
Which is the drive, definitely. Yeah. That's, if you've got no drive, you've got no spark, and you actually don't want to do it, and you force the to be creative, and then it doesn't work.
Creativity. That's the word you're after. Forcing creativity.
Yes.
So FC-tivity.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's how we roll here at Colours, man. You should know that. Good. So, I think that's pretty much covered it, man. But I'd really like to know how you keep your creative energy high.
Okay. So I'm very well. The first thing I monitor my creative energy. I feel it, and I think I look at my creative energy and say, okay, how am I feeling right now? Am I drained? Do I need to do something about it? Or am I feeling creative? Am I feeling inspired? And I want to create.
Is there an app for that?
Your brain.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's
you know how you're feeling.
You do. Yeah.
You know if you don't want to pick up your camera and you don't want to photograph, you are drained. You got no creativity.
Yep.
And there's a reason for that. So if you can figure out what's drained it, you can stop that first. But okay, so what I do is there are a couple of routines that you can do every day to get your creativity high. And one of them for me is waking up really early. I go to bed early and I wake up early. And I guess the secret there is getting good night's sleep. And there's a few things that can kill a good night's sleep, or that where you don't get enough rest and you're not fully rested and recovered. Yeah, alcohol.
Yeah. Exhibit
is
A.
Yes, is a big one.
Yeah.
So they say that you should have your last drink 3 hours before you go to sleep, to give your body time to process the alcohol, so it's not in your system by the time you're sleeping.
Actually, you told me a rule, man. It's like
to
get
get
good
good
sleep. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's right.
So 3 hours was the alcohol. So stop drinking 3 hours before you go to bed. That means I've got to stop drinking at like 5 p.m.
Which is early. Like most people are just finishing work at that time.
Yeah.
So if you're an office worker, leave work, go straight to the pub, smash a few shots and a few beers, and you'll be good. By 10 past 5, I'll give you that 10 minutes. You'll be good. Yeah, if you get up as early as Brent.
Yeah. So the 3, 2, 1, if I remember right, is I think it was 2 hours before you go to sleep. Is don't eat anything. After 2 hours before you go to sleep.
That's a bad one for me, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I'm hopeless.
You eat something just before you go to sleep.
Well, I'll eat and then I'll want to sleep. So that's
okay.
It's just I'm terrible.
But that's at lunchtime. That's a siesta.
Oh, breakfast too. Yes. Whenever I eat, I sleep. No, I'm only joking. But no, that is a bad one for me. Hey, you'll notice it, man. Like I notice with me eating, I'll feel sluggish. Like say, because we have dinner pretty early. We've got 3 young kids, so we're eating dinner at like 6:30 or whatever, which is quite early. Well, you were in bed by then, aren't you? No.
I'm getting ready.
Yeah, it's getting ready. Yeah. So, but that's quite early anyway. Quite early for most people, and then to about 8 o'clock, 8:30, so a couple of hours, I'm actually really sluggish. I got nothing. I'm empty. I'm mucking around with the kids. I'm cleaning up after dinner. I got no creative energy, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, my food must just be digested, and then I get another second win.
Oh, really?
Which is really funny.
Yeah. So the 3, 2, 1, 3, stop drink 3 hours before you go to sleep. Stop drinking any alcohol. 2 hours, don't eat anything, and then in the last hour before you go to bed, don't look at a screen. No light.
Which is a tough one
in your face. So everyone that watches TV and then falls asleep on the couch, guess what, man? You're killing yourself of a good night's sleep.
Creative energy.
Yeah, creative energy. So that sleep is super important for the next day to be creative. And I've learned this the hard way. I was having too much alcohol late at night, watching TV, Netflix, going to sleep, eating a bit late. And every day I'd wake up just a little bit more tired and a little bit more drained. I mean, you don't notice it for a few weeks, but a few months later, you're just like, why am I got no energy?
Yep.
And that's the secret. I just changed those 3 things, and I get up really early now. I've my buddy Kyle, he was doing it, and I gave it a try one week. I thought, okay, I'm going to get up at 4 or 4:30 every day and create. And I do that now. This week I've been a bit slack. I got up at 5 today and yesterday.
Just sleeping, yo.
So I slept
5 a.m.
Yeah, but last week I got up at 4:30 every day and I created. But the first half an hour of my day, I make a coffee and I brew the coffee. And while that's brewing, I meditate.
Yeah, that's good. Yep.
So I kind of ease myself into the day. I don't get up straight away and check things. I mean, the worst thing you can do is get up in the morning and check Facebook, email, anything where, by the way, email is someone else's to-do list for you.
Yeah, I agree, man.
That they put together.
You roll over and you've got 25 emails.
Yes.
And you know how many times I've actually checked my emails in the morning and deleted everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely delete everything. And you know what that means?
What?
You subscribe to too many things.
Yes.
You subscribe to too many, whatever you're interested in.
To-do list that someone else has given you.
But the important things are 3 colours, that email when that comes. That's really important.
And mine.
Yeah.
If anything comes from Brent Mail, make sure you star it.
Yeah.
Make sure it's important. Forward it to all your friends.
And then Shift A to select all, then delete for Brent Mail. Yeah. Only joking. But no, seriously, a lot of things I've subscribed to over the years. I actually did this a couple of weeks ago. I did a massive clean out. Because half the stuff I just hit the archive button, I never look at.
Actually, that's another thing that kills creativity is clutter.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you're battling to create, start cleaning out your area where you work.
Yeah.
Get rid of stuff. Your desktop of your computer. Well, I should do that, man. Mine's full.
Actually, that's one thing I'm really good at, man. I have minimal folders on my desktop.
Okay.
And I have one folder called the dump. So it's like Z, lowercase z dump. And when I don't know what I want to do with something and I think I might need it, I just chuck it in the dump.
Yeah. I got desktop and I got desktop stuff folder and everything goes in there.
No, you haven't, mate. I've seen your desktop.
No, not right now.
You got desktop full?
Yeah, because I'm
actually
working on stuff.
You
so
know
I
what's
need
funny?
I need all those images.
Brent can't even see everything that's on his desktop. He has to go to Windows Explorer to see everything because the whole thing's just full.
Well, it is.
Actually, it makes nice artwork.
Because I'm working on a big project, I like to have the stuff there.
Yeah,
and
but
then
you
when
can't
the
find
project,
it, bud.
No, I can.
But you could have a project folder.
Yeah, but that would be way too organized.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. So. There's actually a really cool
I'm
app.
a creative person. I'm not organized.
Yeah. There's actually a really cool app that I've used in the past called Hazel for the Mac. And based on whatever the file type is or the naming, it'll actually auto file your images away in a certain folder. So you create rules.
Yeah.
It's a bit nerdy.
Yeah.
But, I like to rock it a bit nerdy sometimes. I haven't got it on my latest Mac, but I used to roll with it all before because I had the Brent Mail syndrome of the packed desktop. Hey, you know what we should do, man?
What?
Let's take screenshots of our desktop and I'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah, but I can't fit it into one screenshot.
Yeah, but just take whatever you can see. We'll just take a screenshot and put it in there. And if there's anything sensitive, I'll just blur it.
Okay, cool.
And we'll compare we'll compare desktops.
I've been working on a bunch of sales pages for my different courses.
Yeah.
So I've got lots of stuff there.
But so digital clutter as well as physical clutter is a big.
Definitely.
So get a skip bin, park it out the front, and load it up full of all your crap you don't need, or give it away to someone who does need it.
Yeah, totally.
I've got this rule, man. If I don't use something everyone says 12 months, but mine's like 3 years.
Yeah,
I got a longer period because I like to give myself a bit of time. If I don't use it, I'll get rid of it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And I think there's a empowering part of that, Johnny, where when you get rid of stuff, it doesn't own you anymore.
Yeah.
So all the stuff that you bought that you think you own, it actually owns you. And it takes up a little bit of space in your brain when you're thinking. Because let's just say you bought a jet ski, right? You spent a few $1,000s on a jet ski and...
I think he's pointing this one at me. I didn't buy one lately, but I've had two in the past.
And now that thing owns you. Why? Okay, on the weekend, oh man, I bought that jet ski. I spent a lot of money. I better take it out.
Yep.
Then I got to clean it. Then I got to do this and that. Let's just say you own a jet ski, 3 cars, a motorbike, surfboards,
and
kiteboards, lots of camera gear, all sorts of play stuff. Guess what? Like all that stuff is taking space in your brain that you need to use because you've bought it. So it actually owns you. So if you get rid of stuff, there's a huge liberating factor there.
Yeah, it is good. There's only so many things you need, so that's it. Good, man. So how else do you roll, man? Oh, by the way, I wanted to roll back to meditation because it's something I've been doing a lot of. My favorite app is Calm.
One Giant Mind.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. One Giant Head. That's One Giant Head.
That's my favorite app. It's free.
Yeah.
It's the number one, Giant Mind.
Yep.
And it's really good. They've got a 12-day challenge to get you started meditating.
That's good.
And they kind of explain every day what's going to happen. It's like it's a non-profit organization, so they're not there to make money off you. Mm-hmm. And it's really, really good.
And they're on Android, iOS.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good. And I use Calm. That's the one I've been using.
Okay.
It is a subscription-based one, yearly subscription.
Yep.
They have a daily meditation they bring out, and they've also got packs that you can, go and listen to. And it's good, man. It's a guided meditation, basically.
No, these are guided too. And I actually got it from my friend Jero Taylor, who's the flow state guy. When I was in Bali a couple of months ago, and I was watching him meditate, and he's fully into all this, energy and meditation and stuff. And I asked him, I said, Jero, I'm trying to get something that will just play some white noise music or whatever, or guided meditation. He just said, man, One Giant Mind, get it now. you're done.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
I use it.
I'll have to
It's
check
been
that
really
one
good.
out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't used that one. But the other thing I do at night, actually, just rolling back to sleep, things are just popping into my head. I actually listen to rain when I go to sleep.
Okay.
And it sounds really weird,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm one of these guys, if you see me on my computer, I've got 47 things going at once. Like, you've seen me roll.
Oh,
like
I know.
that.
Man, you always
And
got like 1,000 things happening.
Yeah.
Distractions from every angle.
And like updating Facebook and Twitter
Yeah.
while
Oh, yeah.
I'm recording a video,
Yeah.
recording and podcasting
Yeah.
and drinking a beer.
Yeah.
No, but no, seriously, so my head is kind of like that. Like, it's
Yeah.
always thinking, and even when I'm tired, man, and it takes a lot of energy. So
Oh, totally.
what I do to wind down at night is actually I listen to rain to sleep.
Okay.
And it really nods me off. And if I wake up during the night for a man stop in the bathroom and I can't go back to sleep, I'll get up for the baby,
Yeah.
I'll put that back on again, and I just concentrate on my breath, and before I know it, I'm out.
I read.
Yeah.
I read fiction to go to sleep.
Yeah, okay.
And for me, that's just it's just starting a movie
Yeah.
at the last point that you left it off.
Oh, okay.
And you just start it up in your brain because my brain works in pictures. I think pictures. And it's not a screen that I'm looking at. So
Yeah.
I'm not reading from a
Kindle or
Kindle,
iPad or,
yeah, something that's got light
Mhm.
behind it. It's a book. And there we go, Wesley. Hit it again, Wes. So we just lost the camera again.
Yeah, that's all right.
10 minutes or
that's
12
all right.
minutes or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right, it's going again.
Oh, that's
Wes?
it. Thanks,
Yep.
guys. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, so
Can't
so that's something that gets me to sleep, or actually just calms down my brain, really.
Yeah.
Because
reading.
often us creative people, our brains kind of rev up during the day.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And I've actually got to calm mine down. Okay, I rev it up with coffee in the morning a little bit.
Yep.
I first calm it down with meditation, and I have coffee at the same time, just to like
Keeps you- yeah,
equalize
that's right. 'Cause
the calming of the meditation
It's like
with the revving up of the coffee.
it's like an upper and a downer to
Yeah,
keep you like
all at once.
straight.
Yeah, I mean, it's you got to have the right amount of
Yeah,
each
yeah.
to be like. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Too much coffee, you get plenty done. Too much meditation.
I'm having coconut oil
Oh, here we go.
in my coffee,
It looks like there's been an oil spill in your coffee. That's
And-
last time I saw it, man.
and it's it's the guys from what they call it, bulletproof coffee or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
So they recommend you have coconut oil in your coffee in the morning because it's got all these things in it that make your brain work
Really?
good.
Maybe
yeah.
I should get I should start because I usually drink a flat white on skim, like a double
Yeah.
when I buy it.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just get a double long black and put some coconut.
Yeah, but no one's got it. None of the cafes
I know, but
have
you got a
yeah.
BYO. You take it your own.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So I have that in the morning.
So how do you
that's
deal-
my coffee in the morning.
How do you deal with the oil slick on the top? Like it's
Yeah, you get used to it. It's actually
Yeah.
quite nice.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a lube getting the coffee down your throat.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Whatever floats your boat, dude. Yeah, cool.
So yeah, make sure you have that special coffee in the
Or
morning.
whatever. Some people drink tea. Whatever
Yeah.
floats your boat. I think, and
Yeah.
you know what I really like too is that warm drink first thing. And
Yeah.
there's a big thing to say. When it's hot, even you smash cold water, it does something to your body, or a cold drink, it does something to your body. And having that
Yeah.
warm drink in the morning, it's almost like it stirs things up, man. So
Yeah, but then there's another train of thought here. Anthony Robbins, and he talks about his morning routine because I love people's morning routines. I listen to a lot of
Tim Ferriss,
yeah,
has
Tim
got
Ferriss
Tim
stuff,
Ferriss does all the
and
stuff.
and
man.
he actually interviewed Tony Robbins, and his morning routine was ice cold shower.
Well, but that's on the other side, yeah. So I think internally a warm drink.
Okay.
But I would say something I like to do in the mornings is go and jump in the cold water in the ocean.
Yeah.
And it's like a reset. I'll do it, if I'm feeling a bit flat, I can do it 3 or 4 times a day. Like I'll just go for my morning coffee in the morning,
Yeah.
go take the dog for a walk, I'm in the water, I'm back. Just before work, I'll jump in again. We're lucky we've got the ocean close by, but it's a similar thing, man. It's like resets your muscles or something like that. And when you've got a pretty non-physical job like I do, sitting around, man, the aches and pains, they just build up, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
You
And
need a stand-up desk, man.
I got one.
Okay.
It's called a stand-up desk. No, it's called I can't remember. But
Man, that is a really good name for
I
a
know,
stand-up desk,
I know.
isn't it?
Actually, when you Google it, guess what comes up first? A stand-up desk. Yeah, it's really good. No, I can't remember the name, and I'm pretty sure it starts with a Varidesk. That's it. It's a Varidesk.
Okay.
And I got the Grandpapa dual screen Mofo one,
Okay.
and it actually you put it on top of your normal desk, and it lifts up. It's really cool. I'll put that in the show notes because I really love that thing. I try and stand up for half an hour and sit down for half an hour. Like I break it up because I know you've done full days of standing up, and
I've done it.
It drains your creative energy.
No, I don't think it did, Johnny. No, and
Makes you tired.
And no, you get tired physically, but you actually get fit. Your posture and all the muscles that are used for standing are much better than sitting down.
Yeah.
And I think, you're right. You probably should do half the time standing, half the time sitting.
Yep.
And I've heard, and what they're saying right now is sitting is the new smoking, right? It's what's killing people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you shouldn't be sitting all the time when you're working behind a computer. So you should stand. But I think we're getting off topic here.
No, we're not because actually standing helps my creative energy because that after lunch when I fall in a heap, if I've been sitting all morning, that falling in a heap is a lot worse for me.
Oh, really?
But if I use the routine of standing and sitting, and it actually carries me through that period where I still need to be creative during the day, but it keeps me going. So I think it all ties in, man. I mean, one thing I struggle with, Brent, is my fitness, obviously, but it's a big part of creative energy. If I get up early, take the dog for a walk, I find that day will go better. Yep. Then if a day I just get up, fix the kids up, race to work, and don't get any exercise in the morning. So it makes a big difference to my creative energy.
I think morning routines are super important for creative energy.
Yep.
And that's where we're going, and that's kind of what we're discussing now. So you're just saying if you don't have a good morning routine, it can screw up the rest of your day. At least that's the one thing you can control is your morning.
That's it.
Because you get up, especially if you get up early before everyone else at like 4:30, you got time, you got a couple of hours to ease into your day at your own pace before the world wakes up and they start demanding stuff from you.
Yep.
It's
good.
Unless your client's in America and I'm waking up and it's like 12 p.m. It's lunchtime for them. It's 4:30 in the morning for me.
Right.
But I think morning routines are super important, or even just the word routine is super important. I think you should create a routine that works for you, that's going to be healthy, and it's going to help your creative energy.
Yeah, no, that's good, man.
And like one of the things I do too is I walk in nature in the morning too. I walk the dog in nature and go down to the beach and just get out of the house. It's super important for me too. And then go surfing or getting into immersing myself in nature, in the water is very helpful for me to get my creative energy.
Well, it's actually a very natural thing for us as humans to be, touching the grass with our feet or whatever is feeling the water on your feet or, on your body or whatever it is, man. Like even if you live in a city, going down to the park and being around trees and, being around not man-made things.
Yes.
It's actually, it's really empowering. And anyone who hasn't tried it, I highly recommend it. If you're a runner, instead of running around the streets, drive to a park and run around the park,
if it's safe.
Yeah. Well,
if you're in a safe country.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Or, if you're in the States, just take your gun with you. Like, it's fine. Like, we can't. No, it's true. Whatever, take protection. Hire a Johny. I mean, I can't run, but maybe I could go on a scooter or something behind you, and I could be like security.
A little Vespa.
Yeah, that's it. Or I could do behind the scenes like video while you're running for your vlog. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
But hey, Johny, I want to just put something in you, and this is the big tip for today. It's called get into solitude in nature. Is the 3 words, solitude in nature. So if Johny asked me any question about creative energy and what you need to do to get it back, I'm going to say solitude in nature.
Well, it's funny you say that, Brent, because most of my audience are landscape and nature photographers.
Okay.
And most of my peoples. No, most of the listeners.
Sounds like you should go for the US election.
Yeah, I should be.
Everyone's winning nowadays.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I should have. I would have trumped Trump for sure.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I would have voted for you.
Yeah, I would have voted for me.
I can't vote, but anyway.
Neither could I, but I would have. And I can't run for the... Oh, actually, I can. Apparently, he was... Anyway, that's very controversial. He was an immigrant. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, he's married to one.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Best of luck.
But he's deporting them all. So he's deporting his wife too.
He's not. You know what? It was a big bluff, and everything's going to be fine. The sun's going to rise tomorrow. We're still going to be smiling. smiling.
It did.
Yeah, it did. I know. It was amazing. It was like the world was going to end if you looked at my Facebook feed. Anyway, that's another thing.
I mean, watching all the negativity.
Fear. Creative energy killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually, a CEK.
I did something.
Hashtag CEK.
Last week.
What's that?
I uninstalled Facebook and Facebook Messenger from my phone.
By the way, he's got a 6-year-old Samsung phone. It barely runs those apps anyway, so it wasn't a big achievement. No, no, I'm joking. No, but that's
only 4 years old.
Really? Only 4 years. When I met you, Brent, I think you were still on like Photoshop 1.0, and this was like.
No, I'm on 1.2 now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you upgraded. I don't even know what the first Photoshop was called, but yeah, back in the day, man. That's
3.01.
Yeah, you were rocking
Windows
it.
3.
I think I was on 2014 or 2016 or CC something or other, but yeah. Right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's off topic. But what were you going to say?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Fear,
negativity. I mean, that's
Facebook.
Yeah,
so
Facebook.
I installed Facebook, the app for my phone, and Facebook Messenger for my phone. It's been a week now.
And everyone thinks you're dead.
I can still get it onto it on my laptop if I need to, and I'm because I'm communicating with a lot of other photographers around the world, and often that's the way they prefer to communicate, Facebook Messenger. But it was just taking over my life because I was constantly checking it because the whole US election was so entertaining for me to watch.
For you?
Yeah.
It was entertaining?
Yeah.
Oh, I got no entertainment value.
Oh, no.
I was the opposite.
Very interesting. I mean, watching it, it's like way better than a movie. I mean, what was happening in real life. Anyway, I got sucked into all this fear and reading articles and this and that. And, and I asked myself, like, does it actually matter that I know all this stuff? Do I need to know it? And it's just basically a time waster. And so I uninstalled Facebook off my phone and Facebook Messenger off my phone. And now I've got no reason to check my phone anymore. I don't need to check stuff.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, he doesn't even pick up when I call him. Like,
well, you never pick up when I call you.
Yeah, well, I'm just sharing the love, man. It just keeps the flow going. Man.
Okay, right, yeah.
At least you ring me and it rings a few times and I press the red phone button and it goes to message it. At least I know you're thinking of me, I'm like, you may not ever get to talk to me, but I get to feel the love from you, B.
Okay, right, yeah.
Anyway, no, I agree, man. Like, news is one of the worst places for negativity. Like, I was at Dubbo last week, and I can't remember the last time I even watched the news. Okay, we were travelling 2 hours out to one of these wetlands to do some photography, but that's another story anyway. Great adventure. But we were listening to the news on the radio, and man, by the time that trip, I was ready to go and I was ready to go and jump off a cliff because it was just so zapping.
Bad news.
Yeah, it was just nothing.
It's drama.
Positive,
Drama sells. There's always stuff, and it, like one of the best things we did when we moved to this house where we are now. We've been here for a year and a half almost. Was I never hooked up TV?
Yeah,
it didn't work. We plugged in the antenna into the TV and it didn't work, and it probably just needs a booster or something. But I didn't do it. I'm like, why do I need TV?
You don't. No, you don't.
Do I really need to watch the news every day?
No, you don't.
So that, guys, is a major creativity killer, is the fear that news gives you. And even nowadays, news on Facebook, it's all fear-based. I mean, a lot of it is. And actually, I went through, every now and again, I go through Facebook and I look at my feed, and anything negative, I unfriend those people.
Oh, that's why you haven't commented on anything for me for a while.
I banned you. I blocked you.
Yeah, I thought so. I used to get likes from Brent all the time. He was like one of the 3 people that would like anything I put up there. And now...
Who were the other 2? Your mum and your brother?
My mum, my brother. That was it. Same people that read the blog. Thanks, guys. Love you. Anyway, and now Brent doesn't like any of my stuff. No, that's not true. Actually, you know what? I make it a point to only put positive things online.
Yep.
To only do things that can help
and me
people.
Me too. I'm very aware of that I don't criticize people and put it on anything negative that may be controversial and I may think about it, but I won't put it out because I don't want to be a negative person.
Yeah, and we missed a little bit there. If you missed that bit on the video, you'll have to listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
Or you know what I'll do? I'll just put some black stuff there and just leave the audio run.
We can just put Wesley's face.
Yeah, I will.
And we'll say it's our assistant videographer.
That's it.
Was asleep at the wheel.
Actually, you know what I'll do? I think I know what I'll do. I'll just pause the last frame and let the audio play till the frame keeps going.
Okay, right, yeah.
We'll be like,
yeah.
you know what?
Hey, Johny, I'm empty.
Yeah, so am I.
Okay, so
That's
we should wrap this up.
Yeah, we should wrap this up. But I wanted to touch on one thing that I've totally forgotten, so we're not going to touch on it.
No, okay, so how do you, let's just say you're in a creative rut.
That's what I wanted to say. Okay, so one thing I do when I'm in a creative rut, okay, I figure out the thing that's put me there, and it may be something that's out of my control, okay? So what I do is I often will go and teach myself something. And it sounds a bit counterintuitive, okay? But maybe I haven't got the energy to create something, but I've got the energy to watch a YouTube video or buy a course on something or to read a book or something I'm interested in. And that will often help me bring back that creative spark, you know?
And David talks about that too.
Yeah.
In his, he wrote a really good book called...
I've read that one.
Anarchy.
Anyway, we'll link it. We'll figure it out. Anyway, he's forgotten. Yeah. No, he did write a really good book.
He's written a lot of really good books. But this one's all about being a creative person and keeping the creativity alive. And what he says is you should try something new. So let's just say in a rut with your photography. Let's just say you're a photographer and you don't want to pick up your camera anymore. Put on your camera and go do something totally different. Learn how to do some pottery or play guitar or something else that's creative, that's outside of your comfort zone to stretch yourself. Because if you're not growing and you're not outside of your comfort zone, you get into this rut, which is your comfort zone, and then the creativity dies.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, you know what? Some of my fondest memories...
A Beautiful Anarchy, that's his book.
A Beautiful Anarchy. Oh,
yes.
There you go. We'll link that. You know, some of my fondest memories of photography, also some of my worst images. But when I first started, I had one camera, I had one lens and no tripod. And I was shooting sunsets and I had no idea, obviously. I was just out there doing... And some of the funnest times I had with photography were learning.
When you're learning something new. And, and that's why I think you got to keep pushing yourself, pushing your creative zone and your... getting outside of your comfort zone to remain being creative.
Yeah, so people say gear isn't the answer, but I'm going to say something that's counterintuitive to that. Okay, so if you've got a camera with a wide-angle lens, buy yourself a macro when you get the money. It doesn't have to be an expensive one. Buy yourself a macro. And what that's going to do is open up another level of creativity that you haven't explored yet with your photography. If you've got a camera and a wide-angle lens and a macro, buy yourself a telephoto lens and start zooming in and taking pieces out of a landscape. You know, one of my favorite things to do with my telephoto is after the sun's come up, just risen, you know, and you're starting to get that harsh light on the water, is then pull out my telephoto and pick out parts of a scene. And it's really fun. It just opens up a whole new world of creativity, you know, getting backlit waves or picking out little details or finding a bird to shoot or, you know, so... Yes, people say gear isn't everything, but sometimes when you're in a creative rut, gear can actually... And I'm saying go out and spend $4,000 on a lens. I'm saying buy a macro that you can afford. Go to eBay and buy something secondhand or an extension tube.
Yeah, extension tube.
Or whatever. Yeah. Do it the cheapest you can. And that's actually going to help you with your creative rut as well. Because it definitely has for me. You know, I was lucky enough to get a drone for work, man. And you know what? It's helped me immensely with my creative energy because I've become excited about something new. I've been teaching myself something new, and it's opened up a whole new world that I haven't explored yet. So I mean, there's so much to learn with your photography. It's just great. You know, even to the fact is, you know, shooting little behind the scenes Facebook live videos and getting a little microphone and showing, you know, sharing people the experience you're having. Like, that's opening up something you haven't done before. You know, there's so many things you can do. And I'm on a bit of a rant now, but I believe that's, you know, if you want to develop as a photographer, you know, exploring other things like that is great. You know, if you're a landscape photographer, go and take a portrait, you know, or go and do some travel photography in a city you've never been to, you know. Like, I remember, I'm on a rant now, man. You got me started, bro. And we're meant to be wrapping up.
Keep going.
I remember when I went to Japan. I was in Tokyo, man. and I produced a set of travel images. I've never shot travel. Like, when I mean travel, I mean like it's city, so street photography.
Yeah.
But it was snowing in Tokyo when we got there, man. And I've got this group of images that I've toned all alike, just of the city. You know, snow on the ground.
I've seen them. They're beautiful.
Yeah, and they're just, you know, you look at them maybe one image at a time. They're not the greatest images, but you put them all together, the package, and man, I'm excited every time I saw them again for the first time in maybe a year and a half the other day. And those memories I have taking those images in a place like that, man, that helps with your creative energy. So that's something I'd say. Push your boundaries. It doesn't always have to be new gear. Try a different genre of photography or try a different part of the photography that you haven't done. And that really helps with your creative energy as well.
So. Or restrict yourself. So, for instance, last week or a week ago, I went to this model shootout weekend, and
you shot models.
Yeah, with cameras and lenses, and I photographed everything except the underwater stuff with an 85mm lens.
Yeah, nice.
So I restricted the whole weekend to one fixed focal length lens, and it was challenging, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the challenge. It got me more creative, because if I had a zoom lens, I wouldn't have moved back or forwards, you know, through the bush or the, you know, like wherever you are, because sometimes you can't move forward or backwards, so you got to actually change your orientation of your photo, like actually, landscape to portrait.
I think you've hit the secret for me. Get myself like a pancake 35 or a 50mm and just shoot everything with that, and I'll be down like the 20 kilos I've got to lose and be gone in no time. I'll be moving. Imagine the extra fitness I get. Yeah. It'd be amazing.
It is funny because, you know, like I said to the models, I said, look, here's my zoom, and then I walk backwards and forwards, and they kind of look at me with a blank face. My legs, that's my zoom.
Good. Yeah, no, there's so many ways. You just got to find the things that bring your creative energy about. But I think we'll start to wrap it up, man. But I think the key is awareness. If you've got awareness of the things that affect your creative energy, if you've got awareness of the things that give you creative energy, that is how you can monitor that and not get to a place where you totally lose that creative energy. So I think that's the key.
That is, and you know, Johny, recently, the last few years, I'm becoming so much more aware of the energy that other people have when I'm close to them. So if I come into their energy field, I can actually feel if they are an energy drainer, or they add energy to my energy field.
So an energy drainer or an energy sustainer?
Yes,
yeah,
I like that.
That's it.
Trademark.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get a shirt made.
Yeah. So be careful of who you spend your time with or whose energy field you get into, because they might be draining your energy. And if they are, make sure you get away and recharge your energy somehow. And that's where solitude in nature comes in. And that's people ask me, every now and again, where are you going? I'll say, well, I'm going camping in the wilderness on my own. I'm like, why? Because I need to recharge. Yeah. And it's difficult for non-creative people to understand that you just need to go read books, sit around a fire, go for walks, go surfing, be in nature on your own, just for for me, it's 3 nights. That's what does it. I need to be away for 3 nights, and then I come back charged up, ready to go.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. It's really powerful stuff. I appreciate you being on the show, bro. This has been an exciting topic, and we could talk about this for hours more, I'm sure, because there's just so much to it. It's really complex, but I think the key take-home is, like I said, is awareness and finding the things...
Routines.
Routines, and finding the things that work for you, because we're all individuals. We all do it differently, and I would almost guarantee, mate, that most of my listeners, nature is going to be a big key for them. And not everyone can have a national park in their backyard like we do. We're kind of lucky like that, and I feel really privileged, to have that. I don't take that for granted at all. But that might be something you need to manage by your weekends or your times off or your vacations or getting to a local park. There's so many ways to get that little bit of a nature in your life. But find the things that suck your energy and find the things that sustain your energy, and that's the key, man.
And have more of the things that sustain your energy and less of the things that suck your energy. And I think, we should probably just have a little summary of the things that suck your energy is negative people, bad relationships,
the news,
so fear-based things, distractions, having too much stuff in your life, and not getting a good night's sleep, which is alcohol with too close to bed, eating too close to bed, and screens too close to bed.
Man, you're a ripper podcaster. That was an awesome overview, man. Anyone I think do podcasts
and then how do you get good creative energy is get some really positive routines. So get a good night's sleep and have your morning routine, which should be positive stuff. And then also, when you're aware of your energy being really low, schedule in time to get away into nature on your own if you can, where you can recharge. And meditation's a really good way of doing that too every day, slowing down your brain, stay away from too many stimulants.
Yeah, for sure. And some people don't have the luxury of being able to get away by themselves, mate, but that meditation where you've got no distractions for that 10 minutes, half an hour, whatever you can afford, that is the starting place, man. Yeah. That is the starting place to keep that constant creative energy high.
And surround yourself with other creatives, even if they're not photographers, if there's a different type of creative, like that weekend when I was on the model shootout thing, we had body painters, we had makeup and hair people, which are also creative. And it's good to be around different creatives sometimes.
Yeah.
So surround yourself with creative people that boost your creativity and understand creativity. And that's going to keep it high and it's going to keep you creating, which is going to make you money and you're going to be happy.
Yeah, or just become a better photographer, whatever your goals are. It mightn't be make money from your photography. You might just get up there and take ripper photos and share them with the world.
And get out of your comfort zone, because nothing good happens in your comfort zone.
Yeah, and in fact, I'm about to get out of my comfort zone because I've been sitting too long. So I'm going to stand up and stretch out of my comfort zone.
I think we need another beer, John.
Oh, man, I need to go and lay down, mate. This has been awesome. Man, it's been epic having you on the show. And this has been a topic I know I wanted to talk to you about a long time. And we've had a lot of personal discussions about it. Where can people find you, bro?
ShareinspireCreate.com.
That's it, mate. Where you're going to share the love, inspire the masses, and show you how to create the goodness.
Totally.
Love it, man. Love it.
Awesome.
So this has been Johny for 3 Colors, 3colors.co, the podcast and show that's full of photography love. And remember, for all the show notes and links and all the good stuff where Brent's doing all these good stuff and sharing the love, man, and links to the lounge, man. We didn't even mention the lounge.
Oh, we didn't, yeah.
Yeah, and I've got to say, before we get out of here, but the assignment for the next month is actually happiness.
Yes.
So the assignment we've got in our photography community called The Lounge is actually happiness. And I chose that because after the Trump stuff and all the fear and negativity, I just thought, you know what? Let's spread the love, man, and share the happiness.
We want to be positive all the time. Inspire people and be positive.
That's it. That's it, man.
Awesome.
Cool, man. All right, guys. So for all the show notes for this show, check out 3colors.co/podcast. And this has been Johny for 3 Colors. And I'm out. Peace.